Gosh, sorry I'm late. I've picked up a new car today, the 21 plate, one of the new Fords. Yeah, so a bit of a disaster, just caught in the traffic. Oh, doesn't this smell amazing? Smell this. Oh, it's gorgeous. Classic number 5, Chanel. Expensive, I know, but it's so good. What car did you say that you drive again? Okay, so I have a smoked salmon with scrambled eggs, and I have the avocado on toast with a side of beans. Okay, here you go. What is this? I asked for poached eggs, not scrambled eggs. Ow, I'm so sorry. Give me a couple of minutes and I'll go get this recooked from the kitchen. Just give me about 2 to 3 minutes and I'll be on it straight away. Really is there any point because it's going to be completely cold. Both of our meals are going to be cold by the time you come back out. And really, how did you get something so simple so wrong? I'm just so sorry. It's been so crazy today in the kitchen. So I don't mind redoing all of this for you at no extra charge. Just let me know. Do you want to have the scrambled or the poached eggs? What's best for you? And you know what? I will take one of these meals off the bill for you. I'm so sorry. That would be brilliant. Thank you so much. Well, ridiculous. It doesn't even matter. I don't even want to talk to you. Can you tell me, where is the manager? Ouch. That lady is a narcissist. And oh boy, dating one it's just never, ever fun at all. Not even in the slightest. So if you want to know how to spot one so that you can avoid future brunch dates just like this one, and obviously avoid wasting 2 or 10 or maybe even 25 years of your life being unhappy, then please don't move. Narcissism is a personality disorder that people are diagnosed with, and it's formed by those whose parents were not good enough or too much. So they weren't given enough or too much praise, emotional support, abuse, trauma, excessive criticism. And the reason for knowing how this forms is very important because you'll learn to identify the traits easily. Now, in the DSM, which is the go-to book for all things mental health when it comes to criteria and diagnoses, it says that there are 9 official criteria that someone needs to have to be classified as NPD, which is narcissistic personality disorder. And not only am I going to explain them to you in this video, I'm going to give you some ways to spot this behaviour a mile off. So if you're at the start of your dating phase, you know whether you need to make a quick exit. Love bombing. You will notice them at the bar first out of everybody else. They will look amazing, showing off their best features, well dressed, well groomed, and they will give you lots of eye contact with a sense of arrogance, but also a bit of confidence. These are the types of people at the bar that will tell you, wow, you are so handsome, and they know how to give you exactly what you want to hear. They seem flattering and amazing, but they know how to flirt and to date and how to capture your attention. They will be that smooth talker, and you will probably walk away feeling, wow, this girl is too good to be true, and that's because she is. It will unfold for another 2 to 4 months, and then boom, that is when the love bombing begins and when it ends. So she's going to hit you with lots of love because she's quick to live out that fairy tale romance. She will say, I love you, a lot quicker than probably seems comfortable, suggests moving in or getting engaged well under a year, and she will be the one that asks for your number immediately. A narcissist comes on super strong in the beginning, and you may think that they are super charismatic because they are. They give you so many compliments and they praise you for everything, and they will even say, wow, we are just so compatible. But my friend, you will be able to spot that narcissistic trait when all of a sudden she cuts off the compliments. She stops that love bombing and she leaves you quite literally thinking, WTF? Remember, love builds gradually. It doesn't happen how Hollywood makes us believe. And if the lady that you are interested in displays that over-the-top affection, this is because she has that deep need of excessive attention and admiration because she never got it when she was a kid. Therefore, she is manipulating you into moving that relationship along a lot quicker so that she can feel secure. Speaking of compliments, she is always fishing for them. Many narcissists appear to be self-assured and self-confident. However, if you look closer, you will notice that they have an extreme lack of self-esteem, which is why they put on this front of Chanel perfume and fur jackets and all that stuff. They constantly seek praise from those around them, and they will do what they need to do to keep getting it. You may notice that she constantly stares at you like this, fluttering her eyelashes, and that's because she's just waiting to be told how great she is. It's so bizarre. But the biggest body language reading tip is to analyze how she gains her self-confidence. Does she talk down to people like Karen in the restaurant? Does she notice the flaws in everyone and brings them to light? Does she trash talk people behind their backs? And does she always find a way to suck the fun out of everything that isn't given her direct attention? Well, if so, buddy, that's narcissism. Oh, she lashes out when you try to hang out with your friends. This could be playing games online to physically seeing your friends, which if you're in tier 4 like I am right now, that just doesn't exist. Narcissists are unable to maintain long-term relationships with people, and it's obvious to see why. People ghost them and avoid them because of how toxic they are. So try to ask your lady or potential date about her friendships. Does she have long-lasting friendships that have lasted for years? Does she regularly see them every now and then? If she doesn't, well, it's possibly she's a narcissist because they don't have friends. They do have internet friends, but they're the people they haven't actually met in person, or they just rarely see, because their friendships are just more acquaintances. And because they don't have any other people in their life to support them, they are the jealous type. Oh gosh. This is the girl that tells you that you do not spend enough time with her, when you've probably seen her for 6 nights the past week. And she will make you feel guilty, and she will do this so well to stop you from seeing your friends, and she will always berate your friend group and tell you reasons why you are too good for them and why they are bad people. She is very superficial with her appearance. She will be the type of lady who you will notice straight away in public. She looks good, and she tells you that she looks good, and she loves to show off. She's always the one talking about designer brands, her expensive Chanel perfume. She brags about how much money she makes, how much money she spends on things, and if you went to her place, she is the type of person that will dress her house up to show off how expensive and grandiose and amazing she is. For example, leaving designer bags out in the open. A narcissistic lady is absolutely beautiful on the exterior, but on the inside, she has just as much charisma as this chair that I'm sitting on. She only hangs around with people that are also attractive. She has the I need to look good, my friends need to look good, and my partner needs to be handsome to make me look good type of girl. I'm gonna say it. She is the girl that most guys talk about in the comment section. When I see you guys saying, oh, girls are after one thing, well, the narcissistic ladies are. They're the ones that are bothered about how tall you are, how much hairline you have left by the age of 35, what car you drive, and how much money they make. They care so much about the superficial stuff that it's actually very hard to maintain a relationship with them because they are so empty on the inside. She will not ever fully commit to you. If you guys have been dating for a while and you want to take things up a notch and become official, she is the type of person to say she hates labels, she doesn't want to label stuff, and it doesn't really matter about telling people that you are together. Even though you both have intimate times, emotional benefits, full-on love relationship benefits, she will not want to label the relationship. This is a big narcissistic red flag. She is the type of lady that flirts with others, could be the waiter when he's bringing something to the table. She will look and admire other guys whilst you are literally right in front of her. But if you call her out for this, she will say that you are insecure and you are being crazy and bring that up as a further reason to not fully commit to you. Many narcissists prefer to be in polyamorous relationships because they don't want to be stuck with one person. So don't be surprised if she suggests that you two should do that, or just to have an open relationship for the next 12 years of your life and continue to be friends with benefits. Deep down, one of the very big criteria for narcissism is that they have this belief that they are special and they are unique and no one can understand them, so they're always looking out for the next person who is just as special as them, meaning they will quickly cut you off if they find someone else, and they are very prone to cheating. And yes, they really don't care how you feel most of the time. They will just throw you away like paper. Well, actually no, they will recycle you like paper. Just doing my bit for the environment. She lacks empathy. They do not have it installed onto their brainware to understand how you feel. Therefore, they don't know, and it's very hard for them to learn how to make you feel seen and validated, accepted and understood. Now, this lack of empathy is a common trait for the narcissist. You may notice the lack of empathy when they don't actually care to ask you about your bad day or even ask you how it went at work. This is the type of lady that if you lose your job or you had a pay rise, they seem to get sad or angry at whatever you suggest and try to make you stop talking. She uses too much banter. Doesn't sound bad, but stay with me. Lady narcissists love the chase. So if you are in a bar and you meet each other, she's very flirty and she always plays hard to get. Well, if that happens, you've just become the goat bait from Jurassic Park 1. You know that scene. She's literally going to eat you alive and it's hopeless and things are just going to go down the pan from here. To begin with, you probably think that she has such an amazing banter game going on that you think, wow, she's perfect. You know, she's always teasing you for what you wear, your hairstyle, or the inside of your car, and you will just pass this off as flirting. So notice though, she will give you constant insults because this is what she's referring to. The banter never stops. She is trying to lower your self-esteem to make herself feel powerful. She always talks about herself. Now, without a doubt, she will have the best stories. The stories will be so good, in fact, that you don't even notice she isn't asking you about your stories, which is pretty sad. They are so in love with themselves. Literally, they think they are the best thing ever. And their accomplishments and achievements always appear so much more important than everybody else's. Their grandiose traits make them think that they are much smarter than everybody else. But you won't notice this at first. You will get drawn in by their amazing stories. You will think, wow, they've traveled to all the countries around the world. They've been to some amazing places. They've experienced so much culture and diversity. And they do quite literally have a story about everything. They will amaze you so much that you will always come away from those first couple of dates thinking, damn, she's amazing. You may even notice that when she does talk about herself, she adds on just a little bit of embellishment on the top to make herself appear much more special, to get more admiration from you or whoever it is she's talking to. And during conversations, you will find that she will always talk over you and refuse to talk about you. And if she does sometimes talk about you, the conversation goes back to them and their experiences and their opinions. Well, let me tell you, it does not ever get any better than this. And don't think, oh, I just let this slide. This is how all future conversations will go. Take it from me, I've dated a narcissist. Get out whilst you can. Oh, the next big one, which is very, very horrible. I hate it. But that is the gaslighting. Now, gaslighting is when a person manipulates you into questioning your own reality. A common example would be if you told her that you were upset with how she made you feel, her response would be to try and deny your feelings and tell you that, well, you shouldn't and you can't feel angry at that thing. You will notice she is gaslighting you because she doesn't want to admit she did something wrong. So you will find that you are the one apologizing and that you feel that you don't quite know her anymore. You could end up making excuses for her behavior out in public, and you feel deep down that something is wrong in the relationship, but you can't quite put a finger on it. So when you say something to her in a conversation, say in a bit of an argument, she will always try to say, no, that was never said. So if you find yourself wanting to voice record your conversations to play them back to her to prove your point, that's not good, and it's probably just easier just to leave her. The downside is that a narcissist cannot be trained to be any less of a jerk, but they can be trained to be more empathetic. But as soon as life doesn't go the way they want, they will retain those narcissistic traits. And the core issues that they have are so severe that it's easier to just avoid a narcissistic lady. Because what you see is what you get with a narcissist. And if you stay with them, you have to understand that you've got to lower your expectations of a good relationship. And you have to seek out empathy, support from your friends and family, because you're never going to get it in this relationship. Now, I really hope that has given you lots of food for thought of the traits that narcissists have, so that you can really identify it in the flesh, so that you end up not getting a narcissist's number. I wish you the very best, I really do. Let me know what you thought down in the comments below, and I will see you in the next video. Like and subscribe, and stay safe. Bye bye.